morning, second graders. We are here with another fun money math lesson for you today. We know you guys enjoy counting money. We enjoy counting money.
Love it.
Yes. And so today, what we're going to be doing is actually reading a word problem and drawing out all of the money that's talked about in the word problem and figuring out how much the person in the problem has altogether. So could you possibly read number 1 for me, Miss Marquardt?
I'd love to.
Thank you.
It says, Jacob has 2 $1 bills, 2 dimes, and 3 pennies in his pocket. How much money does Jacob have in his pocket?
Okay, so I think the first step we should do is circle all the money, the amounts of money we see in the problem.
Okay.
So 2 $1 bills,
Okay.
2 dimes, and 3 pennies.
Okay.
Now that we know where all of our money is in the problem, we want to represent it by drawing a picture of that money. So as usual, let's start with the highest amount, the highest value of money we have.
Okay.
And that would be the $2 bills.
Okay.
Not $2 bills, two $1 bills. Sorry.
Wait, how do we draw a dollar bill?
Well, we can draw a rectangle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is not pretty.
That's,
That looks like
I've seen better.
I'm gonna try to do better, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna draw 1 rectangle and 2 rectangles because there's 2 of them, and I'm gonna just write $1 inside.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. If I wrote just a 1, then you might think, oh, it's a bill that represents a penny.
Oh,
No, we
that
gotta
wouldn't
write
be
out the
good.
whole amount. Okay.
Okay.
So we have 2 $1 bills. The next we have are dimes and pennies, and I know that dimes are worth more than pennies. So I'm going to draw 2 circles for my dimes, and those are worth 10 cents each. And then finally I have 3 pennies, 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent. And you don't have to draw the cent sign on the coins, I did, but you really just need to make sure that if your answer is in cents, you draw the cent sign. Ours is going to be in dollars because we already know we have.
But they do have to draw a picture, correct?
You have to draw a picture.
Okay.
Yes, you have to represent the coins, you have to represent the dollars. So you might as well just copy ours right here anyways. Now that we have, shown a model of all of our money from the story problem, we want to count on.
Okay.
And start over here and then count on with all the way to the end.
Got it.
And so how much is $1 worth?
$1.
$1. So could you write that amount
Sure.
underneath of it?
All right. So we have $1.
If I added another $1, how much money would I have?
Well, 1 plus 1 is 2, so $1 plus $1 would be $2.
Yeah. We haven't represented $2 yet.
No.
So
Did I do it correctly?
You did it correctly. You just changed the amount that represents the dollar and not the change. So that's
Okay.
important that you did it correctly. You wrote the 2 in the right spot. Now we're going to be adding to the right of the decimal. Everything to the right is represents our change. Okay, so go ahead and add 10 cents to that.
Okay, so if I have $2 and I'm adding 10 cents, it's going to be $2.10. So
And you-
my
good job.
dollars will
Ooh.
stay the same, decimal point, and 10.
So I'm going to draw an arrow because she writes big.
I
You guys
write
know
really
that.
big.
Okay, so you're going to add another 10 cents.
All right, so $2 this time. $2, 10 plus 10 is 20.
20 cents.
So $2.20.
Good job. Now you're adding a penny.
Oh, well, this is easy. I'm just going to add 1. It's going to be $2.21.
Yes, $2.21. A second penny.
Okay, $2. Well, these are going to be a lot of 2s. $2.22.
Yep. And then finally your last penny.
All right, well, I'm going to keep going. $2.23.
Excellent. And so once you have your final answer, you're going to represent it up here. $2.23. You showed how to draw a model of it. You counted on all the way down under each of your coins and dollar bills. And this is how you do basically everything on the front and everything on the back until the last problem. The last problem's a little tricky, so if you need to pause this for a second to copy all of this, go ahead. But Ms. Marquardt's going to flip the page over and we're going to show you the very last problem, which is a little different. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read it and then she's going to walk us through it this time, okay? So this is the think smarter question, which means it's a little bit challenging, but you guys are smart and we're gonna help you through it, so don't stress out. This says Katie has 3 quarters, 2 nickels, 2 dimes, and 3 pennies. How many more pennies does she need to have $1.10?
Whoo-wee.
Multi-step problem here.
Yeah, there are a few different things that we need to do. But what I'm noticing is that the way that we solve the problems on the rest of this page is going to be how we want to start this problem. There's just an extra step when we're done.
Okay.
So why don't we go ahead and circle the coins that we need to draw, just like we've been doing.
Okay.
So we have 3 quarters, we have 2 nickels, 2 dimes, and we have 3 pennies. Why don't we draw that across the page just like we did before? Because we really need to find out how much money does she have to begin with. So if she has 3 quarters, I'm going to draw those 3 circles. I'm going to put 25 in each of them. I need 2 nickels.
Miss Marquardt.
Oh.
They tricked us.
Uh-oh.
Nickels are not worth as much as dimes, but they
Oh.
wrote it first.
You're right.
So
So maybe I should keep going with the highest value coins.
yes. So
first.
you already wrote the quarters. Let's cross that out.
All right, let's go ahead and do the 2 dimes next, since
Yeah.
those are the next highest value. Those, I'm gonna try to draw a little smaller because I tend to have a problem drawing too big. All right, I did my
Yeah.
2 dimes.
Now you can do your nickels. 2
All
of them.
right, 2 nickels, here we go. Nickels are worth 5 cents, so I'm going to put a 5 inside. I'm gonna cross that off. And then finally we have 3 pennies.
Yes. All right. 1, 1, 1.
And thankfully that all fit across the page.
Awesome.
Okay, so I know that I need to figure out the total value of all of this money before I can even tackle the rest of the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to count on, why don't I start and maybe you can help
Sure.
me finish. I know that my first coin is 25 cents. 25, 50,
75. But we're gonna stop because we don't have any more quarters.
No more quarters. Now we have to count by tens, which means only the digit in the tens place will change. So 75 plus 10 is 85 cents. 85 cents plus 10 cents is 95 cents. Why don't you go ahead and finish?
All right, so once we get from 95 and we add a nickel, which is worth 5 cents, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, which is $1. So right under this, we're going to write $1. And then if I add another 5 cents, it's just changing the cents section, 1.05. It's not 1.50, that would be 50 cents.
Oh
We
yeah,
only
that's
want
too much.
5 cents.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot this down a little bit because I'm getting really close here. So $1.05 plus 1 cent is $1.06, plus 1 more cent is $1.07, and then my last one is $1.08. So here's the total that we have right now, but we're not done because they want us to figure out how much we would need to add to get to $1.10.
Exactly. So you don't want to write $1.08 more pennies on the line. That doesn't
No.
answer the question. That's only the first part of our problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we have $1.08, we just want to get to $1.10.
And we know we only need to add pennies.
So if we added 1 more penny, what would we get to?
$1.09.
Okay. And if we added 2 pennies, what would we get to?
$1.10.
Sounds like we just found our answer.
Yeah. So we don't just want you to turn this in with a 2 here.
Mm-mm.
You have to show everything that we showed. You have to show all of the money represented in pictures, show that you counted on underneath of them, show a nice box around $1.08. That's how much Katie started with. And then it's easy to figure out that she needed 2 more pennies. Yeah, so that's the
it.
hardest problem on the page. You should be able to do the rest of this pretty easily on your own.